In quantum physics, particles behave differently just because they're being watched. How crazy is that? It's called the observer effect. So what happens when you change how you are observing your own life? Everything. Let's get into it. Reality isn't happening to you. It's responding to you. Your perspective, your attitude, your energy. It's all being reflected back to you. And if you want to change your life, you have to change the way you see your life. Because the moment you change how you look at something, the thing itself changes. And that's not a metaphor. That is quantum physics. Your perception is literally shaping your reality. And the way you see the world can be the difference between you manifesting your dream life and you staying exactly where you are. The shift within will change your entire outward reality. It's so crazy how when you change how you see things, the things you see change. And that sounds cliche, but it's true. So let's break down this concept.
Sing the clock, even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want bigger rocks. I got plans.
So in quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of probability until observed, that is. The moment something is observed, it collapses into a specific outcome. So the observer actually influences the outcome of what they are seeing with their vibration. This is known as the observer effect. So according to science, your awareness literally influences how energy becomes formed. So this means you have the power to change what you are seeing by the way that you choose to see it. That's why two people can experience the same scenario and have two totally different experiences, because the way they saw that event was shaped by their perception, their opinions, and their reality in their mind, so it changed the experience that they had during that event. And this is why when you change how you observe things, you will actually step into a new reality and be able to create the life of your dreams. Now, your perception is key. You're projecting a meaning onto your experiences, and that meaning becomes your reality. Your brain filters your experience based off of your beliefs, assumptions, and your emotional state, and then loops it back into your experience based off of these things. So you're not seeing the world as it is, you're seeing the world as you are. And I go further into this concept in this video where I talk about how the world is a mirror to you, and by shifting within, you can actually shift the world you live in. So it's super awesome, goes hand in hand with this. Definitely check it out after. I'll link it above or below. But yeah, when you shift the meaning, you shift the frequency. Say something negative happens, whatever it is, could be anything. If you perceive that event as strictly negative and feel defeat, fear, whatever it is, then you collapse your frequency into this limited viewpoint, and that's the reality you will experience. But if you see it as a lesson, a redirection, something you can grow from, a soul upgrade, you transmute that energy into power. And now you're no longer seeing it as a negative event. You're thinking, how did that help me? How can I use that for my benefit? How can I use that for my future growth? Maybe that actually wasn't negative because it pushed me to be the best version of me. It pushed me to go out of my comfort zone and redirect my life, and now look at where I am. I mean, in the same way, think about how many negative things in your past actually made you the strongest version of you, pushed you to do things that you wouldn't have normally done, but they turned out to be the best things ever. Like in my life, all of my greatest moments followed an absolute rock bottom moment where I felt like it couldn't get any worse, and how could this possibly be a positive? But looking back, I'm like, wow, all of those negative things actually fueled my expansion. So anytime something negative happens now, it's like, all right, like what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How is this going to better prepare me for something in the future? I may gain skills from facing this challenge so that I can overcome something in the future even faster. So you're not bypassing the pain, you're alchemizing it. You're transforming the energy. And I also have a video all about how to master alchemy, so check it out, how to transmute energy from negative to positive. So that's another really awesome one. You could definitely check that one out as well. I'll link it above or below. But the key to this is realizing that every moment is neutral, neither bad nor good. It is simply neutral. And you get to decide if it becomes your prison or your portal. You get to decide what you do with the event that you were given, how you look at it, and this becomes your reality. What you focus on expands. Energy goes where attention flows. So what you place your energy towards is what you're going to get back into your reality, because that's how quantum physics works. You give back what you give out. You can only exist on a frequency that you are currently vibrating at. So your reality is a reflection of your current frequency. And if you keep observing the lack, the pain, the struggle, the negative, you reinforce it and you re-manifest it. And you're calling this back into your reality, and you're calling more of this into your reality. But if you start to focus on what's working, what's possible, what you're becoming, that becomes your dominant frequency. And that positivity will carry you, and you will attract more of it into your reality. Now, you're not ignoring reality. You're choosing to look at it in a new way, which therefore will create a new reality for you and draw to you more experiences like the energy you're giving out and the way you perceive things. So therefore, you will create a new reality because you will be drawing in a reality that matches the frequency of your new headspace. Now think of your focus like a magical wand. Whatever you look at with intention, whatever you place your energy on, you are going to energize into existence. So be so careful with your thoughts, your beliefs, how you respond to a scenario, how you see events, the energy you put towards things, because that is what will shape your reality. So the key to really master this is to practice conscious observation daily. Begin observing your thoughts and emotions without reacting to them. They are neutral. It's okay, you are human. It is okay to have a thought or a feeling. But the way you respond to that and the energy you then put towards it, or the thoughts and beliefs you back that with, are gonna shape your reality and what you manifest. Ask yourself, what meaning am I assigning to this moment? How am I perceiving this? Am I perceiving this as a positive event or a negative event? And if it's negative, how can I shift this to possibly be a positive event? How can I see this through a different lens that could possibly make my experience of this less negative? So for example, say someone is driving so crazy on the road, almost crashes your car, drives around you speeding, and you're just like, oh my gosh, that was so reckless, and that made me mad because how are you gonna drive like that and risk my life, and I almost crashed into my car, and you could get all riled up. But then say you found out that the wife was actually giving birth in the passenger seat, and they were rushing to the hospital, and there was a kid in the backseat screaming, and she's trying to give birth, and the husband is doing his best to get everyone there on time safely. Then you would be like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I'm so glad they made it safe. I hope they're okay, and I hope everything goes good. Yeah, I'll get out of your way anytime. I would have done the same thing. Now you have completely changed the scenario, even though you didn't change what actually happened. You see it through a new lens, so now you are able to experience that scenario in a completely different feeling and emotion. So this is something you can do to shift the way you perceive events, is you can actually just give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, well, maybe they were really late for work, or maybe they were rushing to the hospital, or maybe they were driving so slow and horribly because they had a cake in the back that they didn't want to smash. Or, you know what I mean? Just give people the benefit of the doubt, because you never know what they're going through or what the scenario is. So you might as well see it through a positive light. Therefore, your experience can be positive and you can maintain a high vibration. I remember this one time I was driving, and this person was in front of me, driving so horribly, so horribly. They were swerving and just being ridiculous, driving so slow. I finally was so mad, zoomed around them, and it was this lady in the front seat bawling her eyes out, and she was just so sad. And I was immediately my heart just dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Who knows what she could be going through in her life. It could be so crazy, and she can barely hold it together right now, and even just driving her car is hard right now. And I just immediately gave her so much grace and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been there before, and I know that feeling. And in that moment, my entire experience changed because I saw what was really happening. And we don't always get to see what's happening, so you don't always get that mental clarity for yourself, but you might as well give people the benefit of the doubt and put a positive spin on everything, because then you will experience a better reality regardless of what's happening, and therefore you will create a better reality. And you can use visualizing, journaling, meditation to really change the way you observe everything. Keep track of how you are naturally observing things, the energy you are naturally putting out, if you're naturally seeing things in a more of a positive or negative light, and then from there you can shift slowly how you actually observe your reality. And a tool you can use for this, I've actually created a manifestation and law of attraction digital planner, and you guys can check them out below. But it's totally awesome for rewiring your brain, changing your mindset, writing your new story of who you want to become, keeping track of your manifestations, staying consistent with the steps you're taking to become the best version of you, to manifest your dream life, to use law of attraction and the laws of the universe to manifest your dream reality. So if you guys want to really get serious about all of this and lock in, check out my daily planners, because it's a super good way to keep track of your progress and keep you motivated on this journey, I'll link them below. And I also have created a 30-day challenge to quantum shift into your higher self. And this is a whole workbook that'll take you through the process that you need for the next 30 days to really become that best version of you, recreate habits, rewrite your story, rewire your mind, and do everything in between. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, it's completely free. Don't miss out. Get started on your journey today. 30 days to your highest self, 30 days to the best version of you. Change your mind, rewire your brain. And also, if you guys want to check out my wig collection, I'll link this below as well. Maybe you want to step into a new higher version of you, an upgraded version, new hair, new color, new you know what I'm saying? Maybe you just want a new look. It's always fun to just switch it up. I love wigs. So you guys can check out my collection below and all my products. I'll link everything below. But yeah, once you start tracking all of this, especially in a journal and using meditation and visualization to change the way you think of things, this is when things will start to shift for you. Because once you become aware of your own awareness, you unlock the power to shift everything. It's as simple as that. And you'll know you're doing this right when new people start to show up. New opportunities open, synchronicities happen. You feel like everything's in alignment and everything is working in your favor. You stop repeating old patterns. And the way you see the world has now naturally shifted, and you see everything in a more positive lens, and you barely see anything through a negative lens. And this transaction will happen slowly but surely because you do have to rewire your brain and under the brainwash of how you've been thinking. But now that you're conscious about it and you know that the way you observe can completely change your reality, you can now shift everything slowly but surely until that is your reality, and the way you are perceiving the world is so positive that you attract a positive reality. So yeah, shift your perspective, shift your vibration, and you will shift your reality. And if you guys are ready to step into your conscious creator mode and observe life differently through a positive lens, comment in the comments. Let's all do this journey together. Really focus and start seeing things in a positive light. If you've had any success or you have any tips or experiences of your own, I'd love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to check out my video on how to master alchemy and transmute negative energy to positive energy. It goes hand in hand with this, and it'll be perfect to watch next, so check it out. But thanks so much for being here. I love you. I'm so thankful for you. I'm grateful for you. I'm proud of you. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams.